Hello everybody, it's Corey from Gemini Guitar, and today we're doing some atmospheric guitar, I think you might say. I sort of think of this as space rock. It's got a bit of a psychedelic edge to it, mainly because of the effects and the guitar sound. So we'll take a quick look at those. I'm going to post a screenshot just now so you can pause the video and check them out if you would like. Okay, so what we're starting out with is an A minor add 9 chord. That'll be in the 5th position. Pretty easy chord. It's actually excellent for beginners because it only uses 2 fingers. And all the rest of the strings in it are open. Make sure not to play the 6th string, start from the 5th string. What we're going to be doing from this point is simply playing from the bottom all the way to the top of the chord and then back almost to, or a little bit over halfway. So it'll look and sound like this. And one of my favourite chords down here in the 1st position, so we've got an A minor add 9 with an F bass. This one's a little bit tougher. It's the pretty much the standard major shape, not being in the bar chord though, so you don't have to bar over all 6, but you do have to use all 4 fingers. And then you've got the 2 freebies or open strings on the top there, the B and the E string. And what we're going to do then is play all the way up, skipping over the 5th string from the 6th, and then we're going to go back just like we did for the previous chord. From this point then, we're moving into a D minor add 9 chord. So it's almost like a D minor bar chord in the 5th position, except we don't have to bar over string 1, we leave that open. And that's what gives it the mysterious sound. It's the tension between the 2nd string, the F note, and the open E string. Because remember that where that F note is, the E note is actually just a half step lower than it on the same string. And whenever intervals are very close together, they tend to produce either a dissonant sort of sound or an uncomfortably tense and darker sort of sound. Same picking pattern, so we're just going to pick from the 5th all the way up and back to a little over halfway. Moving into an E5 power chord, but we're going to use the open 6th, 2nd and 1st strings with it in the 7th position. Then we'll be moving into an E sus4 chord. Take the 4th finger off, that produces the E chord. And that signifies the end of the progression, essentially. So it's got that epic sort of sound about it, the way it cycles around all the chords and then ends with that part. Okay, so for the second half, we're going to change it up a little bit more jazzy, perhaps. So we've got the A minor 7 chord in the 12th position. The The minor 7s are a bit more colourful and a little less blunt, so to speak. So they're just a little bit more going on there, and they sound pretty nice actually with this sort of sound. Standard A minor sounds like that. Minor 7. We're going to pick all the way up and back. Moving into an F major 7 in the 8th position. And then we're going to pick from the 5th all the way up and back to about halfway with that one. And initially I did want to use the D minor add 9 in the 17th position. Just here. But I find, particularly on this guitar actually, the frets are really small, so it's a very difficult chord change. It's quite awkward, all the fingers are really bunched in. You can do that if you would like, so it's just the same as the one we did down here, except you just move it up another 12 frets, so you should be at the 7/8 fret with the index finger. But what I did was settled on this as a compromise, so we're going to play this D minor voicing here. We've got an F note in the higher position there. So what you do there is you bar the first finger over strings 1, 2, and 3, and then just put the pinky finger at the 13th fret on string 1. Moving that into the 7/8 position, and we're going to do a D minor triad. And then finishing up with an E chord in the 12th position. And the way I like to end it is just play the E note on its own, and then the A note at fret 17 on the first string, which is what happens when we resolve it. It's like a minor cadence maybe. So if you went from the E major chord to the A minor chord, yeah, it's got a nice sort of sound for an ending. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. Hope you have enjoyed it, and until the next one, bye for now.